Hey, it's Stephanie. Welcome to the Wellbeing Check. Usually it's going to be 20 minutes. Today we have our first one. It's about awareness. And when I recorded it, we only ended up with 12 minutes. So that's okay. We're just getting started. We're rolling with it, right? So also, I don't have an intro track yet. I am trying to figure out just the right song, just the right vibe. And I haven't found what I like yet. So bear with me. This is just episode 1. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Catch you on the other end. Hey, it's Stephanie. Welcome to the first episode of the Wellbeing Check. If we haven't officially met, I'm Stephanie Cunningham, certified professional coach, Reiki master teacher, speaker and trainer, and of course, founder of Revelation U Reiki and Wellbeing. Here's what I'm about. Helping you understand yourself and the world around you so deeply that you can build a life that feels really good. Not just fine, not just functional, I mean genuinely, deeply satisfying. And I promise it's more than doable. Easy? Well, that depends, but it's definitely doable. I spent about 20 years in corporate America, specifically sales, marketing, training, and let me tell you, I did not get out unscathed. I'm proudly now a recovering type A, and I run Revelation U, where we do Reiki, spiritual life coaching, and personal and spiritual growth courses, both in person and online. Oh, and because this feels important, I'm also a highly sensitive person and an empath, just like a lot of my clients, just like maybe, most likely, you. Okay, so today's topic is awareness. And I don't mean just like noticing things around you, though that is part of it. Here's the real definition. Awareness is knowing what's happening in your environment, in your relationships, and most importantly, inside yourself. That last part, that's self-awareness. The conscious understanding of your own character, feelings, motives, and desires. That hit a little differently, didn't it? Well, you know what? It should. It should. Here's how I think about it. Raising your awareness is like installing a major upgrade on your personal operating system. Let's stop here for a minute. Think about what happens when you update your software on your phone or your computer. What actually changes? That upgrade is designed to improve your security, more protections, fewer vulnerabilities, unlock new features you didn't have before, improve compatibility, old and new working together, speed things up, create stronger, more stable connections. You get that, right? That makes sense. Well, the same thing happens when you upgrade your level of self-awareness. Why? Because when you truly understand how you work at your core, not how you think you should work or how you've been told to work, you start making choices that are actually in alignment with who you are, your values, how you want to be loved, how you want to love, how you want to work, how you want to play, all of it. And making choices from that place, that's not just smart, that's literally the deepest form of self-care there is. Here's what awareness actually looks like in real life. It's navigating the world from a higher, clearer state of consciousness, more efficient, more effective, more you. When you start to tune in, it's kind of like being in the zone all the time, that state of flow. Things just start to click. That's why self-awareness is the upgrade your whole life has been waiting for. But here's the part that requires some courage. This work asks you to focus on you. What do you actually believe? What do you actually like? What are you actually feeling? I know that can feel wildly uncomfortable, and it's so much easier to focus on everybody else, to pour into others, to stay busy. But I'm going to ask you to stay with me because this is worth it. I promise. Before we go any deeper, I want to press pause here. Take a breath. Like really, take a breath. What has your experience been with self-awareness? Has it shown up for you, changed you, or is this honestly a brand new concept? No judgment if it is. Drop your reflection in the comments, and all of it counts. All of it counts. We all start somewhere and loop back too, right? We're never done. So when you thought about your experience, what came up for you? Whatever your experience with self-awareness has been, let that be your lens as we walk through some of the areas where this upgrade really shows up. The first one, self-worth. Girl, this one. We've all been there. Quietly sacrificing what we want for someone else, sometimes before we even know if that person would have asked us to sacrifice. We don't say, I want this, because we're afraid of rejection, afraid of confrontation. We go into conversations already armored up, expecting the worst. Sound familiar? Yeah. So remember a time when you prepared the whole internal speech defending yourself? You were ready for war. And then the actual conversation came and it was totally fine, right? Because here's the truth. The fear and anticipation almost always hit harder than the actual event. Don't give away your power before you even know how the other person will respond. When you understand your own personality, emotions, and patterns, it becomes so much easier to release the negative self-talk, to stop apologizing for who you are, to actually appreciate your gifts, own your strengths, and have compassion for the parts of you that are still growing. Have you been there? I have, and I think that's probably obvious more times than I can count, especially in the workplace, which is kind of why I have that explanation right there. It's so relatable. Let's talk about relationships, both personal and professional. When you understand yourself, you understand other people better too. It's that simple and that profound. When you know you get a little closed off in new environments because you're feeling insecure, you give that grace to others, like your brother's new girlfriend who seems really cool, but a little standoffish. Yeah, maybe she's just nervous, just like you. And in the boardroom, self-awareness is a total secret weapon. People who are doing the personal work don't take things personally. They're not coming back to the table defensive and guarded. They communicate, they adapt, they build instead of block. Here's the thing. Nobody has ever said, the best manager I have ever worked with was a complete jerk who made me feel really stupid. Never. You've never heard that because it doesn't work that way. Nobody likes to be around those people. Am I right? I'm right. I know. All right, let's move on to presence, also known as the end of that nagging feeling that something's missing. You know that feeling where everything looks right on paper, the job, the relationship, the house, the life, and you still feel like something's off. And you can't figure out what it is. So you try to fix it. Another certification, a bigger house, a fresh start, but it follows you. Because here's the thing. We are what's missing from our own lives. You are what's missing from your life. It's incredibly easy to crowd yourself out, to keep giving and doing and going until there's no room for you anymore, until you can't hear yourself anymore. But as you start doing this work, as you start learning how you actually function and what you actually need and want, things shift. Your viewpoint expands. Things that confused you start to make sense. You feel more settled, more present, more connected, not only to yourself, but to others, to your purpose. And that's just as good for your business relationships as it is for your personal ones. Awareness isn't a nice to have. It's one of the most powerful foundations for a life that actually feels good. So let's talk about it. What can you actually do to raise your awareness of yourself, your energy, what you want, what you believe? So drop in the comments. I want to see what's already in your toolkit. And let's compare notes. Here are a few of my favorites. This is the action part. All right, first is journal. Get those thoughts out of your head onto a page. You think you already know how you feel, and maybe you do, but journaling has a way of surfacing the patterns, the reoccurring worries, the dreams you keep dismissing. Don't skip this one. You don't have to write pen to paper. You can record, you can video, you can voice memo, right? Just as long as you're getting it out. Next, do a personal needs check-in. Write down what you need, what makes you feel good, what drains you, what you want more of, what you're done with. Sounds simple, but it's also harder than you might think. This is about getting crystal clear on your values. Move your body. This isn't like my favorite one. Move your body consistently, not as punishment, not as a goal, as a way of knowing yourself. Your body has a lot to say about how you're doing. Staying active supports your brain, your mood, your clarity. It all connects. Moving helps you process information, emotionally and physically. It keeps you from spiraling and keeps you steady. Engage your mind. Read something that challenges you. Explore a topic that lights you up. Puzzles, research, deep conversations. Keep the wheels turning. A sharp mind and a high vibe go hand in hand. Have more fun. I know, it sounds too easy, but this one actually works. When you're enjoying yourself, you're creative, you're present, you're open, that's a high vibe state. And high vibe states are where the real breakthroughs happen. And finally, connect with something bigger than your to-do list. Your inner spirit, source, the universe, whatever language works for you. And it doesn't have to look like sitting still in silence. It can be a walk in the woods. It can be painting. It can be a long drive with music you love. Anytime you get out of your own head and tap into something bigger, that's it. That's the connection. So what do you say? Let's stop living at your own expense. Bring you back into your life, your work, your relationships. As we wrap up, what's one thing from today that landed for you? Even just one. Drop it in the comments. Thanks for being here. Really. I'll see you in the next well-being check, where we're getting into energy management, and you're not going to want to miss that. Want to connect? Find me on revelationyou.com or on Facebook or Instagram. Of course, you can always shoot me an email. My door is always open, at least my DMs are. Until next time, be well. I hope you enjoyed that first episode. It was so much fun to make, and I can't wait till the next one. Energy management, definitely my jam. So if you have any comments, if you liked it, if you have any ideas for an upcoming well-being check, put it in the comments. Let me know. This is a collaborative space, so let me know. All right? Catch you on the next one.